remember that TV commercial a while back, if you didn't see it, let me explain it to you. The opening scene had a child bouncing a ball. And then the next scene had a bicycle crank going up and down this way. The next scene had a bunch of people in a car driving, looking like they were listening to music. What was amazing about this TV commercial was that within 3 seconds, for the next 27 seconds, I was nodding my head up and down. Advertisers know something. They can get us. They can get us to think, act. They can get us to imagine a world that was an idea at one point. When it comes to goal setting, we need to be advertising agencies for ourselves. So, print out the attached PDF. You'll notice it's got 101 lines. This is probably going to take you, if you put yourself to it, and if you focus fully, it's probably going to take you 20 or 30 minutes. For some of us, it could take a little bit longer. First time I did this, it took me over a week. I want you to write down 101 goals, ideas, things that you'd like to experience, things you'd like to see, books you'd like to read, places you'd like to go, people you'd like to meet, restaurants you'd like to eat at, shows you'd like to see. 101 things, folks. You need 101. Why 101? Why not? It's more than 99. It's less than 200. Years ago, I read a book, changed my life. This book is called Dare to Win. It's by a couple of authors that I really admire, Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. You probably know them as the co-authors of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. Anyway, a couple things about goals. And number one, goals are like magnets. Okay? When you think of something, you start to notice it around. And we've known this for a long time. But when you start to think about buying something or going somewhere, don't you start to notice advertisements for that thing that kind of come up? Writing a goal down. That's number two. Writing a goal down. What does that do for us? It actually sets a whole initiation in motion. That is, if I write down a goal, there's a part of me that kind of feels like, well, I better knock it off. I better get that done. I better check that off the list. And then the questions start to show up. How am I going to do that? How am I going to afford that? Who do I know that could help me? Third thing that happens, the reason that I'm asking you to come up with 101, there's a real interesting experience. When we finish something, when we achieve something, we almost feel not let down, but it's like, well, I've achieved that. We need to have something right behind it to look forward to. You know, I remember when I was a kid, I used to play baseball, and if you're familiar with the sport of baseball, while your team is at bat, there's always someone in the batter's box, and there's someone in the on-deck circle. And I remember we were having one particularly tough game, and I was supposed to go up to the on-deck circle, and the person who was at the plate was 2 strikes against him. The pitcher was on fire that day, and pretty much the whole dugout knew this was it. You know, I wasn't going to be able to make the play. He was going to get the third out, and we were going to have to take the field. And as I kind of sauntered up to the batter's box, my coach looked over at me. After the game, he had a few choice words for me. I'll spare you the details. Essentially, it was this: act as if. You've always got to have something on deck. You've always got to be ready for that next thing. Okay, 101 goals. Print out the PDF. Bring it with you wherever you go for the next couple of days. Need you to write down these 101